Welcome back, everybody. It's wild to think about what we're diving into today.
Right.
Donald Trump's second inauguration
Yeah.
happening
It's
in
just 10 days away.
10 days,
Yeah.
January 20th, 2025. I mean, it's a second act for a president who,
Yeah.
let's not forget, skipped his successor ceremony back in 2020.
Skipped it. A lot of people are saying this is unprecedented.
Unprecedented, absolutely.
You know what's really interesting about this is that we're not just seeing a repeat of 2017.
Right.
This time there's a historical layer to unpack,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What does a second inauguration look like for a president who initially rejected the peaceful transfer of power?
Right.
And what clues might it offer about how he plans to wield power in this next term?
That's a really interesting question.
A lot of people are asking about that.
Yeah, so let's get into the nuts and bolts.
Let's do it.
January 20th, 2025 at the U.S. Capitol building.
Yep. The standard location.
Standard location.
All the usual events are on the schedule.
Yeah. Procession, the oaths, the address, all that.
But there's a twist.
Okay, what's the twist?
This inauguration falls on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Oh, wow.
It's something that people are talking about a lot.
Yeah.
And I think, the Joint Congressional Committee, the folks responsible for planning this massive event,
Right.
they will have to navigate carefully,
Yeah.
the optics of it all. How do you balance honoring MLK's legacy
Right.
with the celebratory nature of an inauguration?
Yeah.
Especially for a president who's been accused of stoking racial divisions.
That's a great point.
It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it adds a whole other dimension to the usual pomp and circumstance.
For sure.
And speaking of optics,
Yeah.
let's talk about who's going to be at this inauguration.
Okay, who's going to be there?
So we know Joe Biden will be there upholding that tradition of a peaceful transfer of power.
Right.
Pretty stark contrast to 2020, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. A huge contrast.
Yeah.
And, all living former presidents are traditionally invited.
Right.
So picture this. Obama,
Wow.
Bush, Clinton,
All together.
for Trump's second swearing in.
I mean, talk about a photo op for the history books.
That's right.
Now, that is an image I would love to see.
Me too.
So
Yeah.
this time around, Trump is inviting world leaders,
Okay, interesting.
which he didn't do in 2017.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't do that the first time around?
Nigel Farage.
Okay, yeah.
The leader of Reform UK is a confirmed guest,
Makes sense.
which makes sense given their close relationship. But
Yeah.
what about Elon Musk?
Oh, Elon.
Trump's so-called efficiencies are.
Right.
I mean, what do you think his presence, especially after their recent very public spat?
Oh, man, that was all over Twitter.
It was.
Yeah.
Might say about their relationship and Trump's approach to the tech world
Okay. Yeah.
in this second term.
It's a really interesting question.
It is.
Musk attending could signal that their working relationship transcends
Right.
any personal disagreements.
Yeah.
Or it could be a carefully staged
Yep.
show of unity for the cameras.
Oh, for sure.
Either way, it speaks to the complexities of power dynamics
Yeah.
in this age of social media.
In the age of social media,
Absolutely.
when everything's public.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a potentially tense mix of political figures
Yeah.
in the audience.
A lot of big
A
personalities.
lot of big personalities.
Very okay.
But what about the entertainment?
Yes, the fun part.
The fun part.
Right.
Past inaugurations have had
Some icon.
some iconic musical performances.
Right.
Beyonce, Lady Gaga, John, legend.
Big names.
So who is going to take the stage for Trump's second act?
Well, so far the lineup is a complete mystery.
Really?
No confirmations yet.
Wow.
Not even for the coveted national anthem slot.
Wow, that's interesting.
But if we look back at Trump's 2017 inauguration,
Okay.
we might get some clues. Okay, let's do it.
As to what he's thinking this time around.
All right. Yeah.
So in 2017, we had Jackie Vaughn show.
Oh, yeah, from America's Got Talent.
That's right.
She sang the national anthem.
She did.
And then, of course, we had Toby Keith.
Huge country star.
Big game.
And, Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
The Tabernacle Choir.
The piano guys.
The piano guy.
PJ Rava drums.
Wow. That's quite a mix.
It is, right?
That is.
And you'll notice a trend.
Okay, what's the trend?
In this lineup, many of them,
Yeah.
like Toby Keith and Three Doors Down, they had a strong patriotic image
Okay.
aligning with Trump's messaging at the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, we can't forget
Lee Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood,
God bless the USA.
a staple at Trump rallies.
But sadly,
Yeah.
we won't be seeing Toby Keith return.
No.
He passed away in 2024.
Yeah, that's right.
Really underscores how much the political and cultural landscape
Yes.
has shifted
Has shifted.
in just a few years.
It really has.
So who might fit the bill
Okay, good.
for 2025?
Yeah. Who do you think?
Well, Kid Rock's name
Kid Rock. Okay.
has been tossed around
Yeah.
a lot.
He seems to always be in the mix.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a vocal Republican supporter,
Yeah.
performed at the 2024 RNC,
Right.
even accompanied Trump
Wow.
to a UFC event.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
That
Yeah.
was a big deal.
I mean, he seems like a pretty safe bet, right?
Kid Rock definitely fits the mold.
He does.
And then there's Mary Millben,
Oh, yeah, Mary Millben.
sang the national anthem at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally.
Right. And the RNC.
Then the RNC, she seems like a strong contender as well.
She does.
Yeah.
Those are some solid guesses.
Yeah.
The name
Yeah.
that's really generating buzz
Okay, so let's hear it.
is Kanye West.
Kanye.
Given his past support for Trump
Right.
and that Oval Office meeting back in 2018.
Oh, yeah, that was an interesting day.
It was.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be totally out of left field.
It wouldn't.
He even
What
said
did he say?
it's Trump all day.
Wow, he really did say that.
He did.
Wow.
Kanye's potential appearance
Yeah.
raises interesting questions about the role of celebrity
Yeah, for sure.
in politics.
Yeah.
I mean, does it legitimize Trump in the eyes of certain demographics?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it more about spectacle than substance?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
A lot of people are asking that question.
Yeah, those are great questions.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It really makes you think about the motivations behind these celebrity endorsements.
It does, for sure.
Speaking of spectacles,
Okay.
do you think we'll see a primetime TV special
Oh, like a TV special.
for this inauguration?
Okay.
Biden had happened celebrating America back in 2021
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
with big names
Yeah.
like Bruce Springsteen,
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry,
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
So
So do you think Trump's going to do one?
it's certainly possible.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump understands the power of media
for sure.
and wouldn't want to miss an opportunity
Right.
to present his vision on a grand stage.
Of course not.
Okay, so maybe a star-studded TV event.
Okay.
But beyond the glitz and glamour,
Yeah.
let's not forget this is a second term.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The policies enacted,
Right.
the decisions made,
Yeah.
they carry a different weight now.
Absolutely.
Trump doesn't have to worry about re-election.
He doesn't. He's in.
He's in.
He can do what he wants. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does Trump's return to power mean for the United States?
Yeah, I mean, where do we even begin?
What can we expect on the policy front?
Immigration
Okay, immigration.
was a defining issue of his first term.
It was a big one.
Yeah, the travel ban, family separations at the border,
Huge controversy.
huge controversies,
Yeah.
huge legal battles.
It was a mess.
So what happens now?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yes.
Will he double down on his hardline approach,
Right.
further restrict immigration, or will he soften his stance,
Okay.
perhaps seeking compromise?
Something we'll be watching closely.
Definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure. And then there's the economy.
Okay, economy.
Trump's first term saw tax cuts,
Right.
deregulation,
Yeah.
those trade deals aimed at boosting American businesses.
A lot of people were happy about that.
A lot of people were happy about that.
And of course,
And of course, the tariffs on China,
oh boy, the tariffs.
which led to a trade war
A trade war.
with global repercussions.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, the economic effects of those policies are still being debated.
they are.
Some argue they led to growth, while others point to rising income inequality
Right.
and harm to specific industries.
It's a complicated issue.
So what's his economic game plan
Yeah.
for this second term?
What's he going to do?
Will he stick with the same playbook or adjust his strategy?
Good question.
And what about healthcare?
Oh, healthcare.
Another major battleground during his first term.
It was a big one.
Those attempts to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act
Oh, yeah.
were incredibly divisive.
Incredibly divisive. People were very passionate about that.
People were very passionate about
On
that.
both sides.
So will Trump renew his efforts to dismantle the ACA? Or will he propose alternative solutions?
Another million-dollar question.
It is.
The stakes are incredibly high.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It is.
From immigration to the economy,
Yeah.
healthcare, and beyond.
It's a lot.
There's so much on the table.
There is.
It feels like we're on the edge of
Yeah.
a new chapter in American politics.
It does feel that way.
It does.
And while we've been focusing on the weighty policy matters,
Right.
let's not forget that inaugurations
Yeah.
are also about
Symbolism, tradition.
traditionalism, tradition, ceremony.
Ceremony.
They offer a glimpse into the personality and style of the incoming president.
And when it comes to personality and style,
Yeah.
Donald Trump certainly doesn't disappoint.
No, he does not.
His first inauguration
Yeah.
was a departure from the norm in many ways.
It really was.
And I have a feeling
Yeah.
his second will be no different.
I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, remember the American Carnage speech?
Oh, yeah.
It set a very particular tone,
Yeah, it did.
one that resonated with his base,
Right.
but alienated many others. So
Yeah.
what kind of tone do you think is most effective for a second-term inauguration?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Will it be a message of unity and healing? Or will he double down on the divisive rhetoric?
Yeah, will he try to bring people together?
Yeah,
Or is he gonna...
that defined his first term.
Yeah. Is he gonna stick to his guns?
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure.
It is.
But given his track record,
Yeah.
I'd lean towards the latter.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
I mean, Trump thrives on confrontation
He does.
and isn't known for backing down from a fight.
No, he's not.
That said,
Yeah,
a second term presents a unique opportunity to shift the narrative.
it does.
He could use this platform to extend an olive branch
He could.
to his critics to call for unity and bipartisanship.
Yeah, that would be a surprise.
You'd certainly be a surprise move,
Yeah.
but one that could potentially redefine his legacy.
It would be a huge shift.
A more conciliatory Trump?
Yeah.
That's not an image I'm used to seeing.
And no, it's hard to imagine.
But you're right.
Yeah.
A second term allows for a kind of reset.
It does.
It'll be interesting to see which path he chooses.
Yeah, beyond the speech itself.
Yeah.
Remember, the inauguration is a carefully constructed event.
Oh, yeah.
The music, the guest list,
The setting, the visuals.
the visuals all contribute to the overall message.
It's like a giant piece of political theater
It is.
designed to project an image of strength or unity.
Yeah, or whatever message they're going
Or
for.
whatever message they're going for.
Yeah.
And with Trump, there's always an element of showmanship involved.
Always.
He understands the power of spectacle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, think back to 2017.
Yeah.
There were those stark visuals of empty spaces
Right.
on the National Mall compared to Obama's inaugurations.
People notice that.
People noticed.
Yeah.
And it fueled the narrative of a divisive presidency
From day one.
from day one.
Yeah.
So you can bet that every detail of this inauguration
Right.
will be meticulously planned to project the image they want.
They're not leaving anything to chance.
You've got me thinking,
Yeah.
beyond the big speeches and the performances,
Okay.
what are some of the smaller details,
Ooh, the little thing.
the subtle cues that we should be paying attention to?
Okay. Yeah, like what?
What might they reveal about Trump's mindset
Yeah.
going into the second term?
That's a great question. Keep an eye on things like his body language during the swearing in,
Yeah.
his interactions with the other dignitaries,
Okay.
particularly those former presidents,
Oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting.
and even Melania's fashion choices.
Oh, yeah.
These seemingly minor details can often speak volumes.
Wow. So many layers to unpack.
There are.
This inauguration is shaping up to be more than just a ceremony.
It is.
It's a glimpse into the future of American politics.
Yeah, I think so.
A moment of reflection
Mhm.
on what has been and what might be.
It really feels like we're in uncharted territory here.
It does.
And that's both exciting and a little nerve-wracking.
I'm feeling that mix of excitement and apprehension, too.
I think a lot of people are.
But hey, that's what makes history so captivating,
It's
right?
the unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah, the moments that defy our expectations.
That's what keeps us coming back.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay.
What does Trump's return to power after all that's happened
Yeah.
tell us about the future of American democracy?
Wow, that's a big one.
Is it a sign of resilience, a course correction,
Hmm.
or perhaps a warning sign of even deeper divisions to come?
That's a question that's going to be debated for years to come.
It is. I think one thing is certain, though.
What's that?
We're living in a pivotal moment in history.
We are.
What happens over the next 4 years will have a profound impact
Absolutely.
on the direction of our nation.
Yeah.
And it's more important than ever to stay informed, engaged,
Stay engaged.
and involved in the political process.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Trump's second inauguration.
Yeah, this was a good one.
We'll be back soon to explore more fascinating topics.
Can't wait.
Until then, stay informed and stay engaged.